Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be putting on some makeup for you. So this is going to be obviously a get ready with me. And I thought that I would also update you on my upper blepharoplasty. I had this done April 18th and today is May 26th. And so yeah, it's been a little bit over a month. And so yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is my sunscreen. And I showed this to you guys in my last video. It was a Walmart Summer Essentials video. And this is a face sunscreen. It's specifically made for faces. It's a 45 and it's oil-free, shine control, and it blends clear. I told you guys that, but I didn't, show you how it blends clear. So I thought that I would show you in this video. So let's go ahead and start applying that. So it is white at first, and it's white when you put it on like that, but only for a split second. The second you start rubbing it in, it just goes on clear, and it starts to at first there's a lot of slip and then there's not as much slip. But look at that. It is so pretty, and it just looks like my skin. It doesn't look like anything. There's not like a shine or, or anything like that. So let me show you. You see how quickly it just dries down clear? And I feel like, I wouldn't say, I think I might have said that it dries down matte. I'm not sure if I would say matte, but it's not like shiny or oily looking, or I don't know, it literally looks just like the other side, right? And I haven't put any on this side, so. Okay, so while my sunscreen is kind of soaking in, I wanted to show you guys my eyes. Now, this is where my scars are at the moment. They're still pretty pink. I don't know if I got in close enough. They're still pretty pink, and this one is still pretty lumpy. This one is just lumpy, like mainly just right there, but this one is still and it feels really lumpy on the scar. This is the one that they had to actually remove skin to take out the stitches because my skin had grown over. So I feel like this eye is definitely taking a little bit longer to heal. And so, yeah, this is where we're at right now. Now, this eyebrow has always sat up a little bit higher, and I've always had more eyelid space showing on this side, and I still do. And I don't know if that's correctable. Everybody that I've seen that has gotten an upper blepharoplasty, if they had one eye that was more hooded than the other, it's still that way. I feel like if they were to take any more off of this eye to try to match it with that one, it would have pulled down my eyebrow, and I would not have wanted that. But one thing that I have noticed is that, I was continuing to put on dark eyeshadow even after the surgery because I was trying to almost close the space. Like I'm not used to seeing myself with that much eyelid space. So it was kind of like, whoa, like I said, there's an adjustment period for sure. So anyway, but I'm not going to go real dark today. So we're going to do things a little bit different. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the progress. Like I said, the scars are still a little bit lumpy on this side, a little bit more flat on this side. I could still feel some sensitivity where they tied the knots on like the inside corners and out here, and still a little bit sensitive. I still, lose swelling every day. And so I feel like I'm seeing more and more eyelid space every day. And I'm like, that's enough. That's enough eyelid space. I mean, if I were going to have any more eyelid space, no, I don't want any more. I don't want any more eyelid space. I want it just like this. So this is my favorite eye though. Anyway, so let's move on let's start with some foundation. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today came as a recommendation from Angie over at Hot and Flashy. And she compared this to her favorite Chanel foundation. This is the Revlon Luminance. Y'all, I liked it so much that I went and bought 3 shades. And the reason is because right now I have tanning, fake tanner on from my neck down. So I obviously need darker shades for when I do that. But anyway, also because it's so light and I love the consistency, that I thought, you know what, I'm going to add it to my concealer, just a little bit of the lightest color to my concealer, because this is my favorite concealer, but it's a little bit thick, and I feel like as I've aged, you know, I've got to go lighter and lighter. And so anyway, I mix a little bit of the lightest color with just a dab of my concealer, just a teeny tiny dab like that. And then that's what I use, you know, for concealer. I feel like it just kind of like lightens it up, lightens the consistency and the color. So just like this. And I don't like to go overboard with my concealer. I just like to leave little, you know, fingerprints because, you know, just obviously I'm going to be 50 in July, and with age comes texture. I mean, it's just, I feel like no matter what you do to your skin, because I use all the acids, I use Retin-A, I do it all. And somehow I still have, you know, texture just like everybody else. Now, since I have a tan going on right now, I'm going to use the darkest shade that I have, and this is 213. I don't remember what the color is, but I will put it on the screen somewhere. Y'all, whenever she was describing this foundation, she said that it gives you like a lit from within look, and she also said that it's very skin-like, and that was a perfect description. This stuff is so incredible. It looks so beautiful on your skin. So I'm just going to put some on and then I'll rub it in with a brush. And I think that this color is perfect. Now, this brush, I actually got these brushes off of Amazon, and I like so many of them. I only use these brushes and then the BK brushes, BK Beauty brushes that I have, and that's it. But this, I really like this, you know, just as a stippling kind of foundation brush. Now I'm also going to put some of this on my chest because I think it looks so pretty on your chest. It's just enough coverage that it doesn't look like you have foundation on your chest. You know, it just looks like, I don't know, it just evens out all the coloring. It does have a little bit of a luminosity to it, which I don't typically care for, but in this foundation, I don't know, it just looks so pretty. It doesn't look oily or greasy to me. It just, like what she said, like it just gives you that lit from within. And any of the, you know, little bit of shine that you do see, I just put on a little bit of powder and then, you know, of course that goes right away. But I feel like this foundation works perfectly with my sunscreen too. Like when I touch my face like this, it just feels so silky smooth. So now I'm also going to put a little bit of this on my upper eyelids also. It is literally a perfect consistency to camouflage, you know, kind of lumpy scarring, you know. So now I'm going to get rid of the glow. You know, I know some people love a glowy, dewy look. I'm not one of them. I feel like it kind of accentuates unevenness, or not unevenness, like not firmness. And I don't know what other way to say that. So anyway, I have two powders here by Maybelline Superstay. It's a powder foundation. I use the lighter one under my eyes and then the darker one all over the rest of my face. So to apply this powder, I'm going to use the BK Beauty brush, and I think this is 201. I'm not sure if this is for powder concealer. It really doesn't matter, you know, what a brush is meant for. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but if it works for you in different ways, then that's just how it goes. Okay, so I think I've eliminated the shine up under my eyes, and see how I feel, see how it just kind of looks more firm? I think it does. So okay, so now I'm going to apply the darker powder foundation, just kind of everywhere else. And this is just obviously, you know, setting in my foundation. Now, I probably should not have worn a necklace because it keeps getting in the way, but my niece, who's 20 years old, bought this necklace for me. She came to visit, and just for no reason, she bought me this necklace because she saw it and it made her think of me because I have a son with autism. And in case you're unaware, the puzzle piece is kind of a sign for you know, for autism. I love that sign too, because that's exactly how it feels most days. You know, whenever you have a child with autism, it's like you're just constantly trying to put the pieces together and make sense of some things, or, you know, just make it, you just have to kind of keep working at it until it fits, you know. You can make it work. I mean, we have. And y'all, let me just say, like, don't ever feel sorry for me, not that you were, because I have a son with autism. He's been the biggest blessing, I don't want to say of my life, because I have a daughter, you know, and she's the biggest blessing of my life also. They both are in different ways. And he's just so unique. He has made me and my husband and my daughter, he has changed who we are, especially me and my husband. My daughter doesn't know any different, but she is so compassionate and empathetic and understanding and patient. She has all these wonderful qualities because she knows what it's like to grow up with a brother who has autism. And anyway, he's just so amazing. He's so amazing. He's so unique. And it's just, he's the coolest little kid ever. Okay, I'm gonna put on some blush. I don't always wear blush, but when I do, I always use the same one. It is the Natural Glow by Covergirl. It is just a perfect, subtle, natural glow. That's what it looks like. And so I just start out here and I go like this. Again, this is the BK Beauty brush. This is one of my favorite. This is 108. I use this. Sometimes I use it to put on my, you know, powder under my eyes. I always use it for blush. And I just kind of put it out here. I will put it a little bit. I know people are like, oh, don't put it on the balls of your cheeks. But I put it right in here. And I feel like it just gives you just a perfect amount of pinkness so that it just looks like, you know, glow, a natural glow, right? That's what it's called. And then I just kind of put it everywhere where, you know, the sun would kiss your face if you were outside. And so, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use this cream eyeshadow by Revlon. This is the Revlon ColorStay. I've got it in 715, which I think is espresso, and then 720, which is chocolate. So I'm going to start with the 715. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to use just a little e.l.f. brush. Whenever I'm using cream eyeshadows, I try to use brushes that I don't care as much about because you have to clean them a little bit more often, you know, because it's cream. So anyway, this is what I do. So I'm just gonna lay this all over my eyelid and I'm gonna go just above the scar and yeah. Now I do not, and I will never kind of follow what other people do where they put all the light colors on the inside and then dark on the outside, mainly because I think that the reason most people do that is because they're trying to make their eyes look wider set. But because my eyes are already wide set, when I do that, it makes it look like, you know, I'm not trying to look like a fish, you know, or frog or something like that. I'm kind of wanting my eyes to stay put where they are. So I bring my color all the way into the inside. I think a lot of people with wide set eyes, you know, do that. And then I kind of want to go just a little bit higher on the outside, just to kind of, you know, lift my eye a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, one thing that I love about cream eyeshadow is that you don't have to worry about fallout, right? And it kind of stays where you put it. And even when you blend it out, it only blends out just ever so slightly. And I just love that. Oops, excuse me. And I just love that about cream eyeshadow. One thing that's really kind of unusual now is that now I don't have as much skin there as I used to, because obviously he cut part of it off. And so I'm raising my eyebrows, but there used to be so much more skin. Like I used to be able to raise my eyebrows just so much higher, I think. And anyways, I'm glad that that skin is gone. So as you can see, this is such a beautiful color. I feel like it's gives you a little bit of contrast, but it's not too dark, but it just has a little, you know, just some subtle contrast there. That's one thing that was, you know, before I had this eyelid surgery, I thought, man, once I have it, all I'm gonna do is wear mascara and that's it, maybe tight line a little bit. The only problem is that, I was thinking about when I was younger, because that's how I would wear my makeup. I would just tightline on the top just a little bit, and maybe go out just a little bit, and then a ton of mascara. But now I am so eyelash challenged as I've aged. It's like they just don't want to stay, you know, they're like bending in all different directions, and I lose clumps at a time. And it's just, you know, so I can't, even if I wear tons of mascara, I'm not going to have the same effect. It's not going to have the same effect as when I was younger and I had tons of eyelashes. Like my eyelashes were so thick. And so it's just kind of bizarre. But anyway, okay, so I love this color. Now, this one right here, this is a little bit darker. Now, I'm actually going to put a little bit of the darker shade on the inside corner because, like I said, I like my eyes to be right where they are. So I feel like it's a little bit lighter on the insides there, and it's making... I just don't like it. I don't like when it's lighter there. So I'm going to darken it up just a little bit. And this color is just ever so slightly darker. As you can see, it looks darker in the pot, but it's just a little bit darker once you put it on. Okay, there. I feel like it kind of brings those in a little bit closer. So the next thing that I do is I take this eyeliner. It's from Revlon ColorStay, and it's green. And since I have green eyes, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear some green eyeliner. So what I do is I take it in, you know, the inside kind of eyelash line there, just like this. Just kind of bring my eye in, you know, a little bit more. Just make it look like the lashes come in a little bit closer. Green lashes, right? Now that brings everything in a little bit. And now I'm going to do a little bit in the outside corners. And the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start right here and just kind of go out a little bit. I'm not going to do like a distinct line or wing or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of create a darker look on the outside just to make it look like my eyelashes are a little bit darker on the outside corners, just like this. I love this color, it's so pretty. And you see how you can almost barely tell that I did that, but I feel like it brings my eye up just a little bit. Okay, so let's move on to eyebrows. Don't you hate whenever you used something a long time ago and you loved it, and then for some reason you just stopped using it, and then you're like, why did I ever stop using it? And then you use it again and you think it's the best thing that you've ever used. That's how I feel about this. And this is from Maybelline. It's called Tatoo Studio, and it's soft brown, and I'm gonna use it for my eyebrows. It's meant for your eyebrows, and it is just gorgeous. Where's my little mirror? It's literally perfect. Now, because I've tattooed my own eyebrows, it is so easy for me to put on any type of brow powder, because obviously I'm just gonna follow, you know, that what I've done there. I obviously like the shape, or else I wouldn't have tattooed it onto my eyebrows, right? Onto my face. So yeah, that looks perfect. Let's do the other one. This stuff stays on, like once it dries, it's almost like you could feel it. It feels like dried Play-Doh or something like that. You know, it has like a little bit of a hard shell kind of feel to it once it dries. And it's just, oh, that looks so pretty. That looks so perfect. I feel like it's a perfect color everything. You know, it's so funny because whenever I'm editing a video, I will see something, you know, a mistake that I made or something like that. And I'm like, oh, fix it, fix it. How come you don't see that? You keep looking in the mirror and you don't see it, you know? And it just drives me crazy. Or if I have like I always put dry shampoo in my hair to give it texture. And if I'm wearing black, I'll get it on my shirt or something. And I'm like, how can you not see that? Just wipe your shirt, you know? But anyway, so I'm sure that's probably going to happen in this video. It might be happening right now and I don't even see it just yet. But I will see it when I'm editing and I'm gonna get so mad at myself and think that I need to, you know, refilm the whole video. And I have done that before actually. But okay, let's move on to some mascara. If you are eyelash challenged, you have got to get this mascara right here. It's Voluminous False Fiber Lashes, and it's made by L'Oreal, and it's just one of the best. You know, for a long time, I was using this one, CoverGirl Exhibitionist, and although it's pretty good, it's nothing like this. But every time I would go back to my store, to any store, they never had this in stock, and so I just switched to something else that I could just pick up. And then when I saw this a couple days ago, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So anyway, let's put on some mascara. Let me show you, you know, how good it works, because as you can see, I almost have no eyelashes. Now, I already curled my eyelashes before I even started the video. I just like to have curled eyelashes, even if you can't see them. But I have to curl my eyelashes because they are just straight. I mean, I don't know what the heck happened. Some of them aren't even straight. Some of them just go sideways and down and, you know, every which way. It's just so bizarre. You see how it's like a little bit clumped right there? So I'm gonna get that real fast. Okay, just kind of re-separate them. Okay, y'all, check out how much thicker they look. And you know, these little eyelashes on the outside corners are growing back because for so long, since my eyelids were so heavy, especially on the outside corners, they would push down my eyelashes. And I hated that, so I just plucked them. I just plucked them for like over a year, and I'm so shocked that they're growing back. I'm so glad that they are, but they're, you know, obviously a lot shorter there right now. So, so yeah, see, it really helps to thicken up my eyelashes. It's this mascara is the best. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these lashes. I have less eyelashes over here, and yeah, and then I'll come back. Okay, now I've got my mascara on, and you know, they definitely look thicker than they did. You know, I guess I could put several coats on. One of these days, I'm just gonna have to, you know, learn how to put on fake eyelashes. And then it's gonna get really expensive, right? So until then, I'm just gonna keep using this Voluminous mascara. Okay, so now we are going to move on to lips. And I know some of you are gonna be like, what in the world? Because I'm gonna do like a 90s lip. This is how I used to do my lipstick back in the 90s. And you know, it was just my favorite decade. I think, oh my God, 90s had the prettiest models. I loved the makeup. I loved the fashion. I feel like it's coming, all that, you know, everything that was, you know, fashionable and trending in the 90s is actually coming back. And I can't wait. You know, I used to wear these jeans that like didn't have any pockets. They were a little bit more low rise and they didn't have any pockets and they were a little bit flare. And oh my gosh, it was like my favorite style. And I can't find those anywhere. I can find some high rise flare, but then the flares are either too big or not flare enough. It was just a perfect, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I love everything about the 90s. So we're gonna do some 90s lip here, which means we're gonna go darker, you know, darker lip liner with a lighter shade on the inside. This is actually not even a lip liner. This is an eyeliner. And what color is it? It's Raisin. And back in the 90s, I used to use a color. It was an eyeliner. It was called Bronzest. And it was made by L'Oreal. And it was perfect. And then they stopped selling it. So anyway, I'm going to do... And I used to use Raisin also, but it was made by L'Oreal. So we're going to try it right now. Now when I do my lips, I try to stay up in here rather than where my lips actually go, because then I feel like it pulls me down like that and I don't like it. So, and I've done that my whole life because my lips, they're way down here. Like you can see the redness down there. So the color that I'm gonna put on the inside, so whenever I was younger, sometimes I would just put on some chapstick and then this is the lips that I would go with. And I think it looks really pretty, but most times I would go with a little bit lighter of an inside lip. This is Hot Vivid Lip Lacquer by Maybelline, and I use this almost every single day. See, what is that? What is that? I'm like, what is it? Okay. I would have seen it as I was editing and I would have been like, you can't see that on your shoulder. Look how beautiful that is. It is so pretty. And I cannot just rub my lips together because everything on me is uneven. And my lip goes down on this side and is higher on this side. But even though this side of my mouth is stronger, it's just so bizarre. Okay, so I feel like that kind of softened the harshness of the lip liner. Did I take too much of it off? Because I like to be able to see the lip liner. I'm gonna add just a little bit back. Okay, I think that most of my makeup is done. I'm not sure. I might add, should I add some more eyeshadow? I don't know. I kind of like going with this little eyeshadow now that I can. I'm gonna go check things out in my bathroom. I feel like I have so much glow on my cheeks, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. You guys let me know. It's this CoverGirl Natural Glow. It is such a subtle color. It looks really pretty, but in my viewfinder, it just looks like just very, very glowy. Okay, I just went and looked in the bathroom mirror. I can never trust what I'm seeing in this mirror or my viewfinder, especially with all these lights on. And so one thing that I noticed is that I feel like I need a little bit more, you know, light powder right in here. Maybe take a little baby bit of the glow away because I feel like it's real glowy. Yeah, I feel like that already looks better. See, I feel like whenever I lighten it here, I feel like it makes my nose look smaller. When it's darker there, which it naturally is, I feel like it makes my nose look awful. Okay. And I feel like I need a little bit more eyeshadow. Like, I feel like I might need to take it up just a little bit, but I'm gonna use the lighter of the two colors. So I'm gonna use the Revlon 2015. And where's that little brush? There it is. And I'm just gonna go a little bit higher with it. And you know what? I didn't even blend it out at all. I feel like it doesn't even need to be blended out, right? Okay, so this is the final look and it's very glowy, right? Like this blush is so beautiful, this natural glow. It, you know, I'm not used to seeing it on myself because I don't wear blush from day to day, even though I probably should because it does look really pretty. It's just, it seems like, it's the reason I don't wear blush normally because I can easily go overboard. I can't tell if I went overboard or not. I will know whenever I'm, you know, editing this video. Also, check out how short my hair is. I have started cutting it again, and I know somebody's gonna say, you know, next time you do that, you know, make a tutorial or something like that. It's never like that. I never start cutting my hair with any kind of intention or any like, where am I gonna go with it? It's just that sometimes I'm like, I'll look and I'm like, these bangs are too long. They need to come up. I want them shorter. It's dragging down my face or something like that. Or I'll be like, you know what? I want it shorter in the back, or I want it, you know, kind of to my clavicle or something like that. So it's never something that I've planned, but I'm really having so much fun. Well, I just put it behind I do that all the time. Sometimes it's like, why do I even cut it? But, I am having so much fun with this shorter hair. I feel like it makes me look more friendly. And I think that it looks makes me look like I'm fun and flirty or something. I don't know. I don't know why I think that. And I do definitely like when it's a little bit shorter in the back and then longer in the front. And it's also funny because whenever my hair is shorter, for some reason, like I feel like I act differently. I feel like I don't know, I feel like maybe I come off as sweeter. And it's also kind of funny because I've been getting so many compliments, like not specifically on my hair, but just somebody, just a stranger complimenting me. And it's been happening so often lately, before my surgery, but also after my surgery. It happened like 3 times in one day, right like a few days before my surgery. And I was like, oh no, you know, what if I mess up my face, you know? But then just the other day I was at the hospital. I was taking my daughter to a doctor's appointment. And, you know, I got another compliment. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, is it the hair? It's the first thing I always think of. But anyway, I'm having fun. I think it's so much fun to play with hairstyles. And, you know, I think it's perfect for summer. And I feel like I always want to dress cuter when my hair is shorter. I don't know why that is. It's like all of a sudden, because my hair is shorter here, I want to wear cuter tops, and I don't know, it's so weird. It's so bizarre, but anyway, tell me if you guys feel the same way. So anyway, that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't done, you know, a makeup tutorial in so long. Let me get close one more time so you can see what it looks like. I think it came out really pretty. It just looks real fresh and just, like I said, very glowy. Look at that eyelash. It looks so long. Anyway, so yep, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you're having a fantastic weekend. It's Friday. And so I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope that I see you back here next week.